Alright, so I'm changing a crank sensor in a Beetle diesel. First thing you gotta remember, or know, this is a 9mm 12-point bolt. So, to save you the time and effort of having to figure that out. And then, the crank sensor is up there, where that tiny hole is. Where that tiny hole is right there. There's a crank sensor after I got it out. You're going to have to fight it for quite a while. This power steering... power steering line is in the way, so you're going to have to... Basically what I did was I just pulled down a little bit to get it a little extra access. And then, you just have to follow it up, change it out at the top, and drop the new one down, and fish it back in there. So we're replacing this because of the car cutting off, and it's setting a crank sensor code. I have not diagnosed this. I didn't do any of the work on this. This is the only work I'm doing on this. My boss has been in charge of all this, so I've just... He had to go do something, so he's like, can you change out that sensor for me real quick? I'll get it done. So, just wanted to throw that in there. Enjoy. We have a little bit of redneck diesel ingenuity from my boss man. Car died. He's pretty sure it's the in-tank pump. If this one has one for sure, he's going to double check to make sure. But what he did to check that was he made his own little fuel tank, and as you can see, the high pressure pump is sucking the gas from that, which it has collapsed it. And while we drove it up here, we got nothing out of the actual tank. So, going to make sure that works like that, and then roll with it. Got the new head right here. It's all pretty. Comes at the top. Dropped a couple followers out of it, but it's all nice and shiny. Just wiped off the assembly lube, grease, or whatever you want to call it, oil. And so I'm getting ready to go ahead and drop it onto the engine. As you can see here, got the guide pins here, and we got the gasket on already. And so I'm just going to drop it in, make sure it's nice and lined up, and then we will be ready to assemble it the rest of the way. So, here goes. Here goes, and I'll update you when I'm done with that. Alright, we've got our cylinder head on. Got all the rockers moved over, cams in, lubricated, and ready to accept the cover, which I have. This weekend I'm probably going to go ahead and start making the overall video about how this is done. Hey again, it's that time. We are doing the end of the day a little summary here, and got the head on, you already saw that. We also got the cover on. Got it all sealed up, timed down. The one interesting thing that you might notice is that there's a rag stuck to the top, because, as you may notice, they didn't give me a new chain guide for up here. So in order to make sure that the chain is not damaged, I went ahead and stuck this rag between it so it could sit there. It's all timed up as it currently is, but I'm waiting for the chain guide to get here tomorrow. If you saw on the live stream, it was quite funny just watching me look all around for it. Anyway, so tomorrow we're going to be hopefully wrapping this up, getting it all put back together completely. This whole chain tensioning thing, because I had to rebalance retime the balance shafts, and then also redo the chain for the cams and stuff, and then there's the oil pump. That was a little unnerving, and like I said, first time I've ever done this, so very much taking my time and making sure I do it right, making sure I pay attention to every little thing that could possibly go wrong, and making sure I read the instructions 3 or 4 times, because I am not a good person at reading comprehension, and that's that. So we'll finish this up tomorrow. You can see my parts cart here. It's all lovely and organized in a way that I know it's organized, and hopefully it won't be so crappy and rainy outside. If you want to go see what it looks like outside right now, if you live in a slightly warmer climate, or even in a colder climate, and you see that it doesn't look like this outside, maybe it'll brighten your day. It's just cold and nasty. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow's update video will hopefully be me starting it and driving it out. If not, then definitely the next morning. But it's been awesome. Have fun.